Alright, so today we're going to be on page 16, going over the solution to the system of equations. So these are a little bit different from inequalities because instead of having to do the shading and the dotted line, you just have one line. So in this case, our solution is where our lines cross. Okay, and the main thing that we're going to be using from our calculator is menu 64. So go ahead and write that note here as well. So menu 64. So to start, I'm going to go over number 2. So if I'm looking at the first equation, it's just 3 over 5x. There is no number added, so it has a y-intercept of 0. So that would be right here. And then my pattern is up 3 over 5, so up 3 over 5, up 3 over 5, and then the same going backwards. And again, this time we don't have to deal with any sort of shading or anything dotted or solid, so just connect them in one straight line. There we go, that looks a little bit nicer. The second line, y equals -3, that's a horizontal line at -3. So I would just draw a straight line here. Now remember, if you didn't know how to do this before, like not just looking at it, use your calculator and just type in y equals 3 over 5x. You can hit Control T and look at that directly. So at 0, we should have been at 0, which we were. At 5, we should have been at 3. And 10, we should have been at 6. Okay, and that's exactly what I have right here. So 5 is 3, 10 is 6. For the second line, y equals 3, you could have done the same thing. Okay, and you see that it's a straight line right through -3. And you can also look at your table here, and you just go at 1, you go down to -3, 2, you go down to -3. So either way, you're going to get the same line. And now all that's left to do is to find this intersection point. Now sometimes it's perfect, like right here, this is a good point. My point of intersection happens right here, and that's at -5, -3. But sometimes it's like a decimal or it doesn't look perfect, or maybe you didn't draw your lines well. So I want you to double check all of these with your calculator. So you need to put both lines in your graph. So I'm going to leave that one there and just hit tab and type the other one. Okay, and now this is the intersection part. So you're going to click menu, 6, and then 4. So analyze graph and then find intersection. When it says lower bound, you need to go all the way to the left and click enter. After that, you need to drag it all the way to the right and hit enter also. So here we should see that my intersection is -2, -3. And I'm noticing that I typed this in wrong, so this should be 3 over 5. My bad. Okay, and now that intersection matches, so -5, -3. Okay. So again, menu 64, go to the left, press enter, go to the right, press enter, and there you go. Okay. The only comment I'm going to make is if you do not see your lines cross, like right here, both of the lines are crossed, but I only see one, you need to zoom in. So you need to click menu 4, and just click enter until you see both the lines, and then you can do the intersection. You must see where the lines cross before you do menu 64. But other than that, you should be good to go.